Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Hanson at the Town and Country Public Library. We're celebrating May with Mental Health Awareness Month and Mother's Day. So we've all had a very stressful year this year, and it's time for us to take a step back and help relieve some of the stress by making one of these bath bombs and using it for self-care, or giving it to your mother and she can use it for self-care. These bath bombs have some dried milk in them, which is very nice and moisturizing and nourishing for your skin. And they also have rose essential oil. You can use other essential oils if you wish, which will be very pampering for yourself or your mom. And so these are the things you're going to need for the bath bomb. 1 cup of baking soda, which I have here. A half a cup of citric acid up here, cornstarch, dried milk, Epsom salt, and then I have my little teaspoon of water, almond oil, essential oil, and some flower petals. And if you want to make it a little colorful, you can use some food coloring. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take baking soda and measure 1 cup of baking soda. Baking soda is softening to the skin and helps with the fizz component of this. Okay, that's a lot of baking soda. So that's 1 cup of baking soda. We're going to mix all of our dry ingredients together first. So the next thing we're going to do is a half a cup of the citric acid. Citric acid also helps with the fizzing part of the bath bomb. Okay, oh, just enough. Oh, and it smells very citrusy. So that's a half a cup. The next thing is another half a cup of cornstarch. Okay. And then we have the dried milk, which is 1/4 cup. And this is just instant dried milk. The milk is very moisturizing and nourishing to the skin. Okay. Then 3 tablespoons, tablespoons of Epsom salt. And this also helps with sore muscles. So Epsom salt is good in your bath bomb. One. Oops. 2. And 3. Okay, so those are all of our dry ingredients. I'm just going to stir them up a little so they're all incorporated. There. Okay, we'll set that aside. And then the next thing we're going to do is measure our wet ingredients. And so I have a teaspoon of water already in here. And then we're going to do 4 teaspoons of the almond oil. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And then we are going to put in our essential oil. I'm using rose essential oil, but you can use whatever you got. And I bought this nice little package of different essential oils at TJ Maxx really cheap. So about 10, 15, 20 drops, depending upon how strong you want your bath bomb to smell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh my goodness, it smells so rosy in here. It's very nice. Okay, I forgot to say, in your dry ingredients, you're going to put in some dried rose petals. And so you just take your petals. These aren't really dried that well. You should probably dry them overnight. But you just cut them a little bit, and you just want a handful. It's purely decorative and to make you feel relaxed and pampered and stress-free. Okay, so we'll mix that in there. Again, these are supposed to be dried, but I didn't dry them. Now, here comes the fun part. You take your essential oil, water, and almond oil, and you will combine it with the dry mixture, okay? And what you want to do, I'm gonna use my hands for this. You want it to stick together. Well, we'll get it a little bit going here. Oh, it smells so good. You want it to all stick together in clumps. See how that's sticking together? Okay. A little bit more in here. Okay, I'm going to use my hands now. Kind of squeezing it so it kind of forms a tight, I think we're going to need a little bit more water. We want it to form and not fall apart. So let me just grab a little water. I'm going to try another teaspoon of water. Another teaspoon of water. And you have to be careful because this will have a reaction with what's already in there. So you just kind of want to dribble it a little bit while you're mixing it with your hand, because you don't want it to, I don't know if you can see, but as I put it in there, it fizzes a little bit. So you kind of want it to not fizz, because you do want that reaction in your tub, but you have to get a little bit more water in here. Okay, that's working. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. You have to kind of play with it. Okay, so I did end up adding a total of 4 teaspoons of water. So I would do that ahead of time because this consistency is how I want it. Now I'm going to add a little food coloring because I'd like mine to be like a pinkish color. So I do have some water. I'm going to add a couple drops of food coloring in here. Not sure how it would work if I added it directly to the mixture. So this would make another teaspoon for a total of 5. And it's making it like a light pinkish color. I don't know how, if you can see that. It'll end up being more of a mixture of white and pink, I think, instead of just solid pink. So see how nice this is? This is what you want your bath bomb to be, that kind of consistency. Okay, so I have with me several molds that I purchased at Michael's. One is just a very large silver one. And then this is like a 2-piece one. You would put the mixture in the bottom and then put the mixture in the top and push them together. I'm going to use these because these are like Easter eggs, the plastic kind. And if you have that at home, you'll be able to use these. So what you're going to do is push down and fill one side of the bath bomb, kind of overfill it, push it really, really tight so that it's very solid on one side, and then do the same thing on the other side. Kind of overfill it, make sure, push together really tight, and then you're just going to put the two halves together. Okay, so that is one. And as you can see a little bits of the rose petal in there, and it's cute, it's pinkish. You'd have to play with the food coloring to make it the color you want. And yeah, so these need to go and dry overnight. So I'm just gonna set that one aside and show you one that we've already done in an Easter egg. So there you go. Do it yourself rose milk bath bomb for self-care or Mother's Day.